Well, Apple's latest announcements at their Worldwide Developers Conference, known in your hood as WWDC, may have helped the company's shares rise to a record high on Tuesday. But consumers are still digesting what new tricks and tools may be coming to their products in the near future. For more, let's bring in our own Dan Howley for this week's edition of Tech Support, a new weekly segment. We're diving into the latest technology and tell you, our viewer, how you can benefit from it. So, Dan, I know I'm going to have to trade in my 12 Pro Max, I guess, and get the 15 or something by the end of this year to take advantage of this.
Yeah, Brad, kind of side story. I'm writing a piece on how this is Apple's kind of way of getting into generative AI, but also getting you to buy a new iPhone because it only works with the 15 Max or 15 Pro Max. So if you bought an iPhone 15 last year, you're out of luck. But let's go over some of the features that you will get with iOS 18. They're pretty interesting. I think one of the most important is obviously there's a customizable home screen now. So you're no longer having to stay with that rigid grid. You can move apps around as you see fit. You can open up your images so that your home screen photo isn't just a picture that's covered in tons of icons. Now you can also change the colors of them. You can put them in light mode, dark mode. So it's a fun little feature that you're able to use. I think that's something that a lot of people are going to like. There's also a new ability to hide apps. You can make them hidden behind a password and then hide folders. We'll leave it up to your imagination what you would do with apps like that. That's called Lock an App. It's an interesting feature, and I think some people may like it. They're also adding something called RCS, Rich Communications Service. This is for messages, and that's an important factor in the blue bubble, green bubble war. Basically, you're not going to be sending photos from your iPhone to an Android phone and have them turn into little tiny squares that are, difficult to see or terrible video quality. Now you're going to get high quality photos, high quality video, as well as encryption when you go back and forth with Android. I think they're still going to have that green bubble, though, so the stigma remains. There's also going to be a big update for the Photos app. They're adding new capabilities in there, as well as a new design that kind of focuses more on not just the photos, but what the photos mean. So ties into different events that you may have gone to. You'll be able to categorize them. Say you want to look for images of a rock climbing expedition that you did. I'm not doing that, but maybe I did. I could just type in rock climbing and it'll pull that up. And there's also the showstopper, for some reason, is the calculator app going to iPad. I know it sounds silly, but I got to see it in action, and it is really impressive. And the reason for that is they added this feature where you can literally write your math and then draw an equal sign, and it will give you the solution. If you slightly change what you have in the equation, it will change the solution immediately. So it's incredibly impressive. I mean, you have to see it. It's completely wild. It'll draw graphs for you and everything along those lines. It's also going to be available on the iPhone as well. And then finally, there's for the watch. There's going to be a new training mode that'll help you get in shape. It's basically going to log how your training has been going. If you outperformed your normal training regimen or you underperformed, and then kind of help you figure out why along those lines. So honestly, it's a huge slew of updates outside of just the artificial intelligence that they announced. And these are all features that you'll be able to get regardless of what version of the iPhone you have, to a reasonable degree.
Exactly. Dan, thanks so much for breaking this down for us. Appreciate it.